There is a place on Earth where the laws of nature are completely broken. A place where nothing behaves the way it should. On this mysterious island, tiny creatures grow into giants, and massive animals shrink to unbelievably small sizes. It's a world that defies logic, science, and everything we think we understand about nature. But the most terrifying part is not the creatures, it's the island itself. Because this island is slowly sinking into the ocean, and once it disappears, it may never be found again. This is the story of Sean, a curious and determined teenager who has always believed that the world holds secrets waiting to be discovered. One day, he receives a strange coded signal. At first, it seems like random noise, but Sean quickly realizes that it is actually a message. He becomes obsessed with decoding it. After spending hours analyzing the signal, he discovers that it contains real coordinates pointing to a mysterious location somewhere in the ocean. Sean is convinced that this signal is coming from a legendary island, a place that many people believe is just a myth. Determined to uncover the truth, Sean decides that he has to find this island no matter what. He approaches his stepfather, Hank, and tries to convince him to join the journey. At first, Hank doesn't take him seriously. To him, it sounds like nothing more than a wild fantasy. But as Sean explains the details and shows the decoded coordinates, Hank begins to realize that this might actually be real. Eventually, he agrees to go with Sean, not just to prove him wrong, but also to protect him. Together, they travel to a remote location where they hire a helicopter pilot and his daughter. The pilot is experienced, but even he is unsure about flying into such an unknown and dangerous area. Despite the risks, they take off, heading straight toward the coordinates. At first, everything seems normal. The sky is clear, and the journey appears smooth. But as they get closer to the location, the atmosphere begins to change. Dark clouds suddenly gather, and within moments, a massive and violent storm surrounds them. The helicopter starts shaking uncontrollably. The wind becomes too strong, and the pilot struggles to maintain control. Panic spreads among the group as the situation quickly spirals out of control. Within seconds, the helicopter loses stability and crashes onto an unknown island. When they wake up, everything feels different. The air, the environment, even the sounds around them seem unusual. It doesn't take long for them to realize that this island is unlike anything they have ever seen before. As they begin exploring, they encounter something shocking. A small lizard appears in front of them. At first, it seems harmless, but within moments, it transforms into a giant creature. The group is stunned. This is not normal. Confused and afraid, they continue moving forward, only to discover something even more unbelievable. A fully grown elephant, but incredibly small, no bigger than a backpack. It becomes clear that the natural laws of size and growth do not apply here. Everything on this island is reversed. As they try to make sense of this impossible world, they suddenly come across a man living on the island. He looks rugged and experienced, as if he has been surviving here for a very long time. To their shock, this man turns out to be Sean's long-lost grandfather. He explains that he has been trapped on this island for years. Over time, he has learned how to survive in this strange and dangerous environment. But then, he tells them something even more terrifying. The island is not stable. It is slowly sinking into the ocean. This means that everything on it, including them, will soon disappear forever. Now the situation becomes critical. Panic begins to set in. The island is collapsing. The ground is becoming unstable, and dangerous creatures are everywhere. They realize that they must find a way to escape before it's too late. While searching for a solution, they discover an old, abandoned submarine hidden deep within the island. It may be their only chance of survival. Without wasting any time, they rush toward the submarine as the island continues to sink deeper into the ocean. Water begins flooding the surroundings, and the path behind them starts disappearing. Every second counts. When they finally reach the submarine, they face one final challenge. It has not been used in years, and there is no guarantee that it will even work. As the water rises around them, they desperately try to activate it. The pressure builds, and the tension reaches its peak. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, the submarine finally powers on. At the very last moment, they manage to escape as the island disappears beneath the ocean. 1 second later, and they would have been gone forever. After everything they have been through, they finally return to safety, but this journey changes them completely. They now understand that the world is far more mysterious than they ever imagined. If you enjoy mysterious and mind-blowing stories like this, make sure to subscribe for more, because the next story might be even more unbelievable.